Hey everybody, Walt Dickinson here, founder, brewer, blender. I've had a lot of roles. Technically I'm the chief brand officer now at WickedWeed, but beer is my passion, and I think it's what's built this company. And so I think sometimes I forget where my role actually is, right? I want it to be in the cellars. So I want to talk to you about Canvas and our newest beer coming out of it. It's Serotina. It's just Serotina is the way we say it, but technically it's a Latin-based name. So. It's been an exciting year for us, right? We've had more variability in the cellar than ever, right? I think the partnership with Anheuser-Busch has allowed us some freedom to create new things, to look at blending in a different way, and do things in a bigger way in a lot of aspects, where we've got a lot more things to play with when it comes to blending. So this, I think the Canvas series has taken a leap, and we've really looked at what is the potential of these beers and looked across the whole cellar. To make idea that myself, Andrew Zinn, our head blender, and then Jen Courier, our lead blender, what we think the next brands out of that program should be. So a lot of it is kind of chasing flavors, right? So we'll open these barrels, look at what the nuances of that barrel is, and then at that point we'll kind of decide where does that barrel want to go. And that's a really cool place, because I think early on the program was, I had an idea and I was like, guys, let's do this thing. And it was like, it was in conception from the beginning, right? I knew what the beer was going to be before I even made it. And that's how brewing usually is, right? In brewing, if I want to make a new IPA or whatever, like we're going to come up with an idea and we're going to take it to fruition. And when it gets done, it's exactly what we thought of. It's more like baking, right? Whereas this is different. Sour beer can be so many things, and when you put it in the barrel, you never know what's going to come out on the other side. So I'm really proud of like the next handful of Canvas beers, because we really looked at the cellar and let the beers speak to us and tell us what they wanted to be. And I think this one, it was screaming cherry, right? This was a beer that just, the base beer was kind of this nice ambery, cherry brown color in its roots. It had a lot of stone fruit character. And then the aromas were already screaming to me cinnamon and a little bit of that kind of like nutmeg kiss, a touch of kind of a bitter root character, and everything was saying cherry stem, cherry pit, a little bit of almost almond. And so at that point we really wanted to take it and just drive it home. So we took a ton of cherries, literally a ton of cherries, and added it to this beer. And I think what we've ended up with is kind of a higher ABV. I always forget in blending, what are we at? We're at 6.3%. I want to taste it real quick, hold on. I mean, I can tell you just from like the smell before I even tasted it, it's just an amazing expression of what cherry is, what wood can do for a beer, and gives you that complexity. So everybody should buy this. You should buy this. You should make your accounts buy it. I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than a simple, well-produced cherry sour beer, right? It's one of the core fruits. I mean, I have cherries on my arm here, right? I mean, this is my holy trinity of fruit, right? I got raspberries, I got peaches / apricots, and then I've got cherries. That's what sour beer is to me. Those are the fruits that really drove the style, the roots of lambic. And this to me is a really beautiful expression of like a Flanders style cherry beer. So buy it, check it out. Bam, another beautiful label. I cannot tell you how much I love the new labels, the new bottle. I mean, this whole thing is just taking what we've done at WickedWeed and kind of bring it to the next level. So enjoy the beer. I'll be drinking lots of it. Cheers.